This edition of MacVoices is sponsored by Smile, the makers of world-class software like PDF Pen for Mac, PDF Pen Pro for Mac, PDF Pen for iPhone and iPad, PDF Pen Scan Plus for iPhone and iPad, Text Expander for Mac, and Text Expander for iPhone and iPad. Learn more about all their great products at smilesoftware.com. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner, and this is a MacVoices briefing on the Garmin Dash Cam 10 dashboard camera for your car. Why a dashboard camera? It's pretty simple, really. Dashboard cameras can be great for capturing vacation travel or just a pleasant drive or the stray flaming meteor. But at the end of the day, the most important function this can serve is in the event of an accident. It will give objective documentation of what happened. It may help you, it may hurt you, but there won't be any question and there won't be a lot of he said, she said, or issues surrounding liability. And that can be invaluable in dealing with your insurance company or in the event of a lawsuit. Why the Garmin Dash Cam 10? There are plenty of dashboard cameras out there, some of them cheaper and some with more features. I picked the Garmin because of their reputation for quality products and excellent support. That latter factor is something that seems to be sorely lacking in the world of dashboard cameras, and I didn't want to spend money on something that might stop working in a few weeks or had no support options. I picked the Dash Cam 10, which has fewer features than others in the Garmin line, because at the end of the day, what I was really looking for was simple documentation of what was happening in front of me in the car, not a device I needed to fiddle with or tweak. The Garmin Dash Cam 10 itself. The Garmin Dash Cam 10 is a 1080p dash cam that mounts to your windshield via a suction cup mount. The suction cup is a clamp type and is much more secure than those that you just push on. In the months I've been using it, it has never fallen off in spite of a wide and changing range of temperatures. However, I do adjust the clamp once a month just to be sure. The unit itself is 1.4 inches by 2.7 inches by 3.2 inches and approximately 5 inches by 2.7 inches when attached to the windshield mount arm. Because of its vertical dimensions when on the arm, it could potentially block a small portion of the driver's view, so it's best mounted either behind the rearview mirror from the driver's perspective or off to the passenger side, or to the extreme upper left of the driver's side. The Dash Cam 10 is powered via a power port plug that has a length of cable more than adequate to reach any front seat accessible power port. It can also be hardwired to your vehicle's electrical system if you wish. That option cuts down on portability between vehicles, but also saves the passenger or the driver from having to deal with the power cord. The cam itself attaches to the arm via a plastic ball joint so that it can be removed easily in the event you want to use it for a purpose other than as a dash cam. This is possible because of the built-in lithium-ion battery, which gives you approximately 1 hour of recording time when disconnected from the car's power. Why would you want to do this? In the event of an accident, you can take the dash cam out and take video of vehicle damage, the positions of the involved vehicles, road or traffic conditions, all vital pieces of information in the event of a disputed accident. The recordings. A 4 gig card is included, which can record up to 48 minutes of video at 1080p, 2.2 hours at 720p, and 48 hours at VGA. In my opinion, when you need the video from the dash cam, you will want 1080p to have the best quality and most detail available, so it's advisable to upgrade to a 32 gig card, which bumps up the recording time to 384 minutes in 1080p. Note that a Class 10 card is required, and the unit does not accept anything above a 32 gigabyte card. The recordings are on a continuous loop so that once the card runs out of space, the earliest video is deleted and replaced by the newest. In other words, first in, first out. Each video is approximately 4 minutes in length before the camera switches to a new file. The videos are unfortunately recorded in .avi format, not natively viewable on your Mac. However, there are free utilities like MPEG Stream Clip that you can use to convert the AVI into something more useful to Mac users. Video can be exported via a USB mini cable to your Mac, or directly from the micro SD card. Garmin does provide a utility for capturing the video, but I found direct copy in the Finder to be much more efficient. The controls. The screen is 2.3 inches and can be turned off or set to automatically dim after a specified period of time during operations to cut down on distractions. Really, there's no reason to watch the screen while you're driving since reality is right in front of you. Once you have it set up and running, the only interaction you need to have with it is optional: to save a video with protection if needed, or to take a still photo. More on that in a minute. There are 4 conveniently placed control buttons on the bottom edge of the unit facing the back. There are no labels, but small icons are visible when the unit is powered on. From left to right, the button with the disc icon protects the last 4 minutes of video or the most recent piece of video that wasn't protected, making it a simple matter for the driver to capture and preserve a close call or particularly interesting experience. That video is marked as having to be manually deleted and isn't subject to the automatic rotating deletion of the camera. Of course, you gather a bunch of those up and it does cut down on the capacity of the camera. The second button is the setting button, where one can select the recording mode, event detection, protect video from being overwritten, car audio recording, screen brightness, volume, button sounds, date and timestamps, and more. The third button controls playback and should obviously not be used while driving. The fourth and final button is a shutter release, which will snap a photo, not a video. Useful if your car is stopped or your passenger wants to capture a particular scene. The device detects collisions automatically and protects videos of approximately 4 minutes length in the event of an accident. Again, if you wish to invoke the protection manually, use the leftmost button. The price. The Garmin Dash Cam 10 is available on Amazon for a street price of about $125. A model with GPS will run you $30 more. The bottom line. I've been using the Garmin Dash Cam 10 since January, and frankly, I tend to forget about it until something like this happens that I want to document and capture to remind people why they need a dash cam. As I said earlier, there are plenty of other options out there that are a lot less expensive. There are plenty of options that have a lot more bells and whistles. But at the end of the day, what I really was looking for was just something to document my driving and protect myself in the event of an accident. And the Garmin Dash Cam 10 does that. If you look at some of the other options, you see horror stories about both the product lifespan and also the support or lack of any support, not always some support, any support. So I have to recommend going with the Garmin Dash Cam 10. If you want those extra bells and whistles, Garmin can provide those too. I'm Chuck Joyner. That's a MacVoices briefing on the Garmin Dash Cam 10. I'll be back with more soon. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes, links to subscribe, and to connect with Chuck on Twitter, Google+, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, SoundCloud, the MacVoices blog, the MacVoices Dispatch, our weekly newsletter, and on MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard that helps you do more with your Apple tech. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.